Okay, 2 laps to go this time by. So now it is go time. Matthew Barty started giving 2 laps to go, and the battle for the lead heats up between Wheeler and Stevenson. Stevenson closing in down the straightaways. Draft a little bit of a bumper on the back straightaway. Not too bad, just trying to get away from the rest of the field. Tyler running all by himself. He's got Lieber and Baldy's racing one another back there for the 3rd position. On to turn number 4. They'll come down and see the white flag. 1 lap to go in this heat, as they are nose to tail for the lead. Mike Stevenson coming around. He's going to look to the inside, not going to make anything happen. So Wheeler gets that little bit of an advantage going into turn number 1, but still everybody closes up across the river. Stevenson nice in time to go through turn number 2. Now Stevenson trying to get the rest of the field away so he can try and make some sort of pass going into turn number 3. That's one of the best favorite passing zones I've noticed this year, as Stevenson acted like he's got a magnet on the back of Wheeler bumper through turn 3. No position pass of yet. Catch up as they go around turn number 4 for the final time for this heat race. Get heat number 1. Margain Knight to the 7. Ashton Wheeler. Second place, Mike Stevenson. 3rd, Aiden Lieber. Coming in 4th is Brady Tyler. AJ Baldy's in 5th. Might have a little bit of a race for that position. Yes, Jimmy Jones trying to jump and get that car just a little bit faster across the line, but he will not get 6th place over Scott Smith in the 88. Jimmy Jones in the 10-7. 8th, Owen Nicely, 260. And 9th, Zach Buchanan, your pole sitter, in the 9th spot, number 4. Well, that's the first heat race done and dusted. We're going to take a little bit of a break and get ready for heat race number 2 of the first round. We send off the 206 Junior Sportsmen. Here. If you are trackside, apparel is open at the RV position in front of the Lerner Theater. Get your Elkhart Grand Prix t-shirt decals before they sell out. There are also USAC hats, decals, koozies, and guess what? There's also flags. So you can fly your flag with pride no matter where you are. Again, and the RV in front of the Lerner Theater. If you're watching on stream, log on to USACgear.com to all your official USAC merchandise. If you're the track, you want to buy something on the USAC website, GP 2025 gets you free shipping. It's time for 206 Sportsman and 206 Juniors as 6 carts go on the course for the start of their heat race. And row 4 will be the 2X of Ezra Conlon. Row 3 will see the 25X of Hayden Conlon. And 40 of Lee Similik. In row 2, the 434 of Kason Martin and the 99 is Zayden Alexander. And your front row looks like this, the 24 of Sivu Kumar and the 166 of Wyatt Fink. Your pole overall and in 206 juniors. Zayden Alexander, your pole sitter for the 206 Sportsman as well. As the grid makes their way down the front straightaway, they are pairing up. As the cars slowly make their way down, they'll crawl down on the grid to the start area, which is just right around the entrance of turn number 1. Again, Fink and Sivu Kumar in row 1, Alexander Martin, row 2, gets Case Martin, row 3, Simonik and Conlon in row 3. That's Aiden in the 25X. Of course, not running a transponder is the 2X of Ezra Conlon. As we go down to the start zone, marked by 2 cones there in turn 1, green flag is out as we are set side by side through turn number 1. And all right, getting into a single file formation is 166 of Wyatt Fink. Getting into a decent size lead. You do see Martin and Simonik nose to tail trying to get things going. Oh, a little wide, a little bit of contact into the barriers is one, I believe that's going to be the 40 of Leah as side-by-side battle for the overall lead continues. Looks like Siva Kumar took that lead through turn number 3. See how they are through turn number 4. Oh, and then we got a spin. That's going to be Alexander, your pole sitter in 206 Sportsman. Actually, it's going to be Fink who has the lead. Siva Kumar took it from Fink at the start. Lee Simonik sitting in 3rd place. Zayden Alexander able to get back going. He sits in 4th place. 5th is Aiden Conlon. So things pretty well spread out already as everybody back underway after that couple of issues. As the 2X kart is the one that has not come by yet. Actually, it's going to be, hold on. I'm sorry, the 434 Kason Martin. Kason Martin was the one that was into the barriers, but he is okay. Off to the side wall as we go back to focusing on this race again. Now we're 328 with two to go signal. And Siva Kumar really doing quite good. Catch it up. So Aiden Conlon also running a 58.990. Running some racecraft here in this early part of the race. 0.6 of a second separate your top 2 at the line. We'll see how they come 1-2 this next time by. Fink your leader. Siva Kumar with a great pass there going into turn number 1. But nice hold on to as Fink doing the best that he can get back up to the lead. And 0.6 of a second last time by. This time by, it's at a half a second. So Siva Kumar really focusing and trying to get up to Fink and see if he can make anything. Of course, talk about racecraft. These drivers are using all the available track that they have to them. So that in of itself is pretty fantastic. And something I mentioned yesterday, you know, we've got the live stream. So if the drivers, if they really want to learn how to do the live racecraft, come watch and see what everybody's doing overhead. Siva Kumar knocking it down 0.4 of a second. He runs the fast, they run the fastest lap of the race, 51.750. Looks like Zayden Alexander chasing down Leah Simonlek for the top spot in 206 Sportsman. Alexander trying to get into that lead, but the battle we're watching on the track right now is for 206 juniors between Fink and Siva Kumar. Siva Kumar really knocking down every 10th of a second, closing in, and he's really good through turn number 4. We're going to have a battle for position here down the front straightaway. As Siva Kumar now well within striking distance. Going to be 2 laps to go this time by. A 10th of a second separate the two. We'll see if a move's made in turn number 1. We saw Fink have to surrender that lead earlier on. Not going to happen just yet, as Fink just too good coming off the corners. A little bit of a bobble there that we saw. So Fink having to hold off Siva Kumar. You see Fink on the stream trying to defend, do all he can, make a car just so wide as Siva Kumar tries to make anything happen here. We see how good Siva Kumar is to the 3-4 complex. They will have a slower cart in Aiden Conlon in the air. Oh, Siva Kumar strikes the barriers just a little bit, trying to get around the slower cart, but still able to get things going. 2 laps to go. That may be game over for Siva Kumar, as that 1/10 of a second closure gap now grows to almost a full second. As Aiden Alexander can also breathe just a little bit easier. He's got a 1.5 second lead over Leah Simonlek for the 206 Sportsman class. But here's the interesting part. That lead that we mentioned last time by shrunk. So Siva Kumar still plenty of time for them to catch up and get into that battle. Using all that available track. You love to see it early on. Closes in. Wow! Closes into about cart length gap. It's going to be a white flag lap for Fink and Siva Kumar down the straightaway. White flag, 1 lap to go. That 9/10 of a second gap, now 2/10 of a second. Through turn number 1. 3 cart lengths the gap. As come around. Oh, Siva Kumar closing in nice in time. That's a 1 to 2 cart length gap through turn number 1 and into 2. Yeah, Siva Kumar faster on the corners, up on that back bumper of Fink. He's going to once again try and find a way to go around. Fink, though, making that cart 2 times wide as Siva Kumar looks to the outside. Going to think better of it through turn number 3. Still 1 to 2 cart lengths. We've seen Siva Kumar really close in on this turn 4 complex. Let's see what happens so far. Yeah, it closes in, but it's going to be too little, too late. Checkered flag is out. Fink. Wyatt Fink, winner in 206 juniors. Waiting at 206 Sportsman. As Siva Kumar so close to making something happen here in the closing stages. And here's 206 Sportsman winner in Heat 1, Zayden Alexander. Ada Giacomo Gabi Belcredi will be alongside the 8 of Tom Stevens. If you look at row 7, you're seeing David D, the 42, the 420R of Kevin Overmeyer as well. In row 6, the 712 of Travis Wilbur and the 124 Joseph Stevens. Row 5, the 04 Steve Blakely and the 53C Charlie of Landon Cockman. Row 4 shows the 454 of Todd Overmeyer Sr. and the 02 of Balkert. 81 Chad King and the 212 of Kevin Simonalik make up row 3. Row 2 is the 93 of Alex Cooper and the 52 of Jared Spansel. On the front row, it's Troy Tony, the birthday boy, in the 24 and the 89 of Andrew Coulter. Coulter's fast lap of 51.241, good enough for the pole. Here they come down the front straightaway as everybody starts to slow down. Teaming up once again. As the field works their way through into turn number 1. Well, let's see Matthew Burpo, the chief starter down there, as he will wave that green flag once they get past the start zone. And there it is. There's the rumble. Green flag is out, and we are racing here for the first heat race in Masters. So far, so good through turn number 1, side by side. Now they got a kind of jungle 4 position around turn number 1 through the exit. A couple of battles up there near the back of the pack, but nonetheless, Coulter and Tony single file through turn number 2. And it's got a battle for third place right now. Ansel and Cooper right there in that battle. Makes it to be further back than third. Eyes on the field as they come down. Again, we're running 5 minutes to the 2-lap to go signal. And Coulter is your leader, followed by Troy Tony. Jared Ansel is third place. Then you got Alex Cooper in the 93, Kevin Slick in the round out your top 5. One, 2, 3. Coulter, Tony, Spansel. As those 3 are single file line of stern over through the front straightaway. 1, 2, 3. Coulter, Tony, Spansel. As Tony comes across the line as your leader. We got a gap to fourth with Cooper and Simlick sitting there battling for fourth place, nose to tail. Down in the back straightaway, they will all go. It looks like your top 2 starting to break away from third place. Tony and Coulter. Making their way around turn number 3. Now into the turn 4 complex. Single file still for that top 3, 235 to the 2 to go signal. As Troy Tony is running as low as he can to kind of get that straight line speed. So far, so good through turn number 2, down on the back straightaway. Your leaders come. That battle for the lead tightens up. Crossing St. Joseph River once again around turn number 4. It is still Tony, Coulter, Spance, 1, 2, 3. Look at how low Tony is compared to the other 2. Just watch. His knees are basically up to his chest. They come around turn number 2 and then turn 1, I should say, and into 2. That gap has grown just a little bit for the bottom half of the top 6. You've got Cooper, Simlick, and Lockhart, the 0-2, all gapping each other. Hottest mover right now is Jason Chase in the 28, up 12 from his 22nd grid spot into the top 10. Len Cochran right now leading in 206 Legends. 53C is your leader there. Look at the 2 to go signal next time by. As now second place is caught up nice and tight to Coulter, so that third place is Jared Spansel. That battle for second now heating up into about 3-car barrel for first place. As Tony trying to do all he can to keep Spansel and Coulter behind him. Making their way through turn number 3. Single file, line of stern through turn number 3. It's still Troy Tony, your leader for the time being around turn number 4. Look at the 2 to go signal as they come down the stretch. It will have to deal with some slower traffic. 10 Nick Bailey 2 laps to go. Oh, Coulter's all over the back of Tony as they come down the straightaway. Around turn number 1. So far, so good. Little wide that Coulter goes. Spancel able to catch up to Coulter. So Tony gives him a little bit of breathing room, but now he's got to calculate when and where he's going to pass that 10 of Nick Bailey. It's going to have to happen soon, and he might be able to pick him, but Bailey does the smart thing and moves all the way over and lets the passer traffic go by. Troy Tony holding off Andrew Coulter for the lead here. Come down the front straightaway. Matthew Burpo has the white flag in his hand, and he's going to show it to the field. White flag, 1 lap to go. Tony, Coulter, Spancel. That's your top 3 right now as they go into turn number 1. Around turn number 1 they come, still single file, nose to tail, down across the St. Joseph River for the final time in the heat race going away. They'll come around 1 time, heading into turn number 4. Nose to tail, the 2 drivers are so far. As they go down the back straight away, no pass position yet. Will come coming out of turn 4. That's probably the most likely scenario because it's kind of hard to pass turn number 4. But Troy Tony and everybody comes around turn number 4. Will come down the straightaway for the final time. Checkered flag is out. Your winner in the team race, Troy Tony, the number 24. Andrew Coulter in second. Third is 52 of Jared Spancel. Rounding out your top 5 will be Alex Cooper and Kevin Seminole. Jason Chase makes it all the way up to 22-6 from 22nd starting position. That's Chad King. Travis Wilbur, Mike Blocker, Tyler Mark Sr. in the top 10. Your Legends winner is Len Coppin in the 53C. So again, Tony, Coulter, Spancel, 1, 2, 3 as we work our way through the heat races for round number 1. Will be the Ignite 100, 100 senior and junior as well. So 3 classes in 1 race. Time for 100 seniors, juniors, and Ignite 100. As I pull up my sheets, my grid, and we'll get you that as soon as we can. There we go. Row 8 will be Mikkel Henderson in the 91, the 204 of Luke Singer. Row 7 will be the 212 of Kevin Similic. And the 495 of Nathan Williams. Juju Stephen Mukar and Dylan Turple make up row 6, row 5. Macy Gallion and Aiden Lieber. That's Jimmy Jones in the 98 alongside AJ Balthes in row 4, row 3. Will be Macy Gallion and Blake Finley, Keith Scharf, and Braden Eber. Row 2, front row, Gavin Deegan and Preston Taylor. We're green for the first wave. Second wave is coming down, and that's going to be your Ignite wave. Down the straightaway for the first time. Take a look at Matthew Burbar, chief starter. He's going to wave the green flag as the field making their way around the first couple of corners. Again, 5 minutes to the 2 lap to go signal. Got a 4:34 lap before we get that 2 lap to go signal. So far, so good. Everybody, well, look at the bumps that these drivers are having. We'll see that here in just a little bit. Gavin Deegenhart with the early advantage, a 100 senior, 100 junior leader, Mason Gallion. He's got to wait a little bit for the Ignite 100 class to come down. And they're hauling the mail right now with the 6 of Keith Scharf leading that. Jimmy Jones and the 98 of Holman Schuh's grandfather. Yeah, it's Rufus's grandson. As just as quick as they come through, that lap is over, not too long. Drone coverage up for those of you on the stream. New leader, Preston Taylor. Preston Taylor, your new leader in the 96. That's Gavin Deegenhart, Mason Gallion, third place. Again, that's your 100 junior leader. There's a wonderful drone. As they work their way around, Deegenhart trying to get back into that precious lead. Preston Taylor not doing anything of the sort to try and get that lead away. Turn number 3, they come. Single file formation. If you're watching on the live stream, this is the 100 senior junior wave that we saw earlier on today. Oh, Taylor might be losing a little bit of advantage, and down the front straightaway, we do see the 3 of Deegenhart all on that back bumper point, 0.066 seconds at the line. Deegenhart with a little bit of a bump there to give Taylor a little bit of advantage in turn number 1. So far, so good. As Preston Taylor is your leader so far. Keith Scharf trying to hold off AJ Balthes. Jimmy Jones falling back a couple of spots in the Ignite 100, but the battle we're watching now is this battle for the overall lead. A little bit of a bump there on the back straightaway. Oh, these Carters are just sliding all over the place down through turn number 4 around the final turn. And we're just seeing Preston Taylor struggle to try and keep that car under control through the turn number 4 complex. 2 teams left to the 2 to go signal as the field working their way around once again into turn number 1. Across the St. Joseph River they come. Mason Gallion, of course, also holding off Braden Heber and Blake Finley. There's your second place battle on the stream. As Mason Gallion, the junior driver, trying to hold off Braden Heber, the senior driver. So there's your junior leader holding out the senior leader. Got 2 great battles going on for first, third overall. As you see, 1:37 left to go to the 2 to go signal. Those who are not familiar on the stream, the 2 to go signal is just pulled up white and checker flags. A lot different than we see in normal racing, but karting, because these guys got about a couple laps to get their stuff together. And now lap traffic apart to play here as Taylor and Deegenhart trying to get around some of the slower traffic. They'll have their opportunity here along the back straightaway. That's going to be Mikkel Henderson. And, of course, Taylor and Deegenhart able to dispatch of the 2. Through turn number 3, Deeganhart tries to look to the inside, not going to make anything happen. 1-2 car length separate the two. They'll get the 2 to go signal next time as that battle for third place now deals with that slower lap traffic. They may actually get another lap. 4 laps to go if we're counting by the lap times and the lap count. 4 laps to go for the drivers in this heat. Number 1. Taylor using all the track and all the tires that he can to get around that turn number 1 complex through the streets of downtown Elkhart. Keith Scharf holding on Lever and Palthies for the Ignite 100 lead right there. And we are going to get 2 laps to go signal. 2 laps. So Deeganhart all over the back bumper of Preston Taylor. Taylor, though, opened up a kart length gap going into turn number 1. They goes up within one another through the St. Joseph River. Down into turn number 2 will come. Taking that right-hander. Oh, Taylor looks back as he goes a little slide through the exit of turn number 2. Deeganhart with a nice little bump. I know Gavin was hoping to get up near the front of last night's 206 race. Not able to make anything happen. Through turn number 4, it's Taylor and Deeganhart that we're watching on the street. Oh, a little slide from Taylor. One flag will come out this time by. Is it Taylor or is it Deeganhart? 1 lap to go. About a kart length gap separate the 2 drivers as they come down. So far, Deeganhart has the fastest lap of the race. There are nose to tail through that one complex, setting themselves up for turn number 2. Tight there on that straightaway as they come down into the back straightaway for the final time in this heat. Through turn number 3, Taylor and Deeganhart. 1 and 2, they'll come off of turn number 4, nose to tail. As we got a little bit of contact, they're side by side for the lead. Who's going to win this heat? At the strive, going to be Preston Taylor.